Hey there, comic book fans. I am back from the comic shop again this week. And it was a big week at the comic shop. 10 comics. Cost me $45. Whew, comics are expensive. But first we'll start out with my two top of the printer museum comics. I have these sitting down there. We've got Daredevil number 88, one of the Marvel 10th anniversary covers. And it's funny, I looked at this one and was like, that looks like Gil Kane pencils, but whoever is inking them is even overpowering Gil Kane. So I looked it up, and it's Ralph Reese over Gil Kane. He was an illustrator himself, so he overpowered even Gil Kane pencils. And this one, I had to look up who did it. Sunrunners number 6, because Matthew Broderick drew a lot of these issues. But I think by this issue, he was gone, issue number 6, and it was Glenn Johnson, I think was the guy's name. GJ85, Glenn Johnson. And he's kind of drawing in a Pat Broderick style, too. But these were the two I had on the top of the printer, so I could, look at them as I walked by. Good stuff. What else is, here we go. Comic shop news this week. And whoever this Invincible Iron Man number 1 looks like he's doing the Mobius Iron Man face. I think that's who first did the Steel the One. Iron Man relaunches. Whatever. I'm certainly not getting an Iron Man relaunch, so. Oh, this is one that's got lots of order numbers in it. Covers and order numbers. Sometimes there's like no articles but the front page and order numbers in it. So that's what that one is. Well, let's see what comics I got. This hasn't been out in a little while. What's the Furthest Place from Here? Issue number 8. Pretty thick too. Thicker than usual one. This one usually does. Who's doing this one? Issue 8. Ricardo Lopez Ortiz with Tyler Boss and Matthew Rosenberg. Story about. Does this have a different artist on it? Yeah, I think we've got a different artist. Is Lopez Ortiz the artist? The new Ricardo Lopez Ortiz. I don't know who that is. Can't say I like his art more than whoever was drawing it. One of the, I guess, now writers. Tyler Boss and Matthew Rosenberg. I think Tyler Boss was the... That's got a weird fade on this side of the paper, like it's sun faded on one side. That's strange. We'll see how this is with the new artist. Is that a butt plug on the back? What is that? I don't know. And then we've got Terry Moore's Parker Girls. We know who's drawn this, Terry Moore. No fill-in artists or anything here. All Terry Moore, all the time. In a Terry Moore comic. Good stuff. You can get his stuff in complete sets, too. 2-box set of Strangers in Paradise. He's a must-buy for me. I put every new Terry Moore book on my pull list. First 2 issues were good. I'm sure the 3rd issue will be, too. Here's one with my name in it. Let's check the varnish. Varnish looks good. Orc Island number 4. This was a varnish. Almost didn't get the varnish on the back of this one. I uploaded the wrong file and saw at the last minute it was the varnishless file, so I quickly uploaded the right one. But this has been a weekly series. 1, 2, and 3 came out over the last 3 weeks. Now we got 4. I've been enjoying this one. Some nice artwork. A good story about a fantasy story about going to Orc Island to try and find themselves some orc skulls. Of course, they have to kill the orcs to get the orc skulls, and the orcs are not happy about that. So, it's been a fun series. I've been doing the production on it. You can find my name. Where am I? There I am. Jared Osborne Production. So, this is another, like, what is this one? $8. 32 pages, I think it is. No ads. Or maybe it was 40. Some are 32, some are 40. I think that one was 32, though. Issue 8 of Image Comics Anthology. And this series has been underwhelming. I haven't loved it. There's been only a couple of good pieces in it. The Blizzard is run all the way through it by Jeff Johns and Andre Muti and Rob Lee. I think we have a new... Is this one that we have... No, not yet. There's going to be new Paul Grist, Jack Staff story in one of these. I'm there for that. But like there's one... I think it's Genna. Part 8 of 12. This one in the back. This one has like done nothing for me. And it's all the way through. So, know what it is with this? I think that... Oh, there it is. There is a Paul Grist story in there. I didn't notice it. What's the name of it? How many pages? Jack Staff. Looks like a 6-pager. A lot of these don't seem like anthology stories. They just seem like one part of a big 12, story. It's like, so I'm a little disappointed that it's not like written like an anthology kind of thing. Some of it just seems that they just chopped up a 20-page story into 24-page story into 8-page bits. And some of it's been good. It hasn't been terrible. It just hasn't been my favorite anthology, that's for sure. 8 Billion Genies, issue 6 of 8. I just saw solicited the big deluxe version of this. So if you want the big deluxe version, they'll have one coming out. Hardcover collected edition. This has been a well done... But it's like a bar conversation done as a comic. What if a genie gave a wish to everybody on Earth? What would you wish for? You could picture drunks in a bar talking about this. At least I can. But there's the genies. We're deep into the world of wishes here, and things have gone on, and most of the world has died off, and stuff has happened. We're on issue 6. Lots of stuff has happened. Then we get the Department of Truth, issue 22. It seems like a lot of issues to me because I don't think I jumped on until issue 10 or 12. No, I jumped on at issue... Yeah, it must have been around there because then I read 1 through 6 on Hoopla digitally. Then I went back and I got my LCS had like issues 7 through 10 or 12 maybe. I don't remember which I started with. And then I got the trade paperback of the first 6. So I think I got the trade paperback. Did I? I've always meant to get the trade paperback of the first 6. I have no memory of actually getting it or not. Oh well, I may have gotten it, I may have not. Good story. Department of Truth is a government department that keeps people from believing conspiracies or gets them to believe their own conspiracies. Because if enough people believe something, it rewrites reality and becomes true. And the whole past can change if enough people believe it. Love the artwork. There's this sort of painterly quality to it, but he mixes up the styles depending on the story. So it's been good stuff. Enjoyed this thoroughly. Then we got Creepshow. I think there's only a 4-issue series. It's getting an anthology. You get 2 stories in each one, but this one's written like an anthology. You get nice double-page spread. You get 2 stories. They go, one half the issue, the other half of the issue, and it's not continued. So let's see. The first one is by L. Marlo Francavilla, and Francesco Francavilla is the writer and artist, and L. Marlo is also the writer. So I always like Francesco. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen his stuff in a while. Whatever he's been doing, I haven't been buying it, so I haven't seen it. The Bridge. Ariella Cristantina is the writer, and George Corona is the artist. So, I'll get 2 scary stories. It's been pretty good. I've enjoyed this one. Dark Spaces Wildfire. Issue 3 never came into my comic shop. Still have it on back order. So now I have issue 4 and 5 that I haven't read because I've been waiting for issue 3. You know what? Maybe I'll get issue 3 digitally. Just so I can read these ones. Because I still have 3 in my to-be-read pile. 4 in my to-be-read pile. So I may as well do it. And here's my oddball comic of the week. I picked up G.I. Joe 300. Yes, what is this? $7 I spent on this. With like every G.I. Joe ever on the cover. I'm not a G.I. Joe fan. Matter of fact, but now I can say the only two G.I. Joe comics I've bought off the shelf. Though I actually have G.I. Joe 119, but the Secret Cobra Salute issue with Cobra Commander giving the finger. But I bought that one many years later. Matter of fact, that might be the only issue I still have. I bought number 1 of G.I. Joe off the stands way back when. I've long since gotten rid of it. And I bought issue 300 off the stands the week it came out. So now I can say I bought the first and last issue of G.I. Joe off the stands. I just kind of a whim. The fact that it's a last issue appealed to me some, and this I really think this cover is fun. Just all the tiny little people on it. I'm gonna look at this like with a magnifying glass, just like my Jeff Darrow stuff. I was doing that this morning. The last thing I picked up, Fantastic Four 52 facsimile edition. Didn't even know this was out this week. Because sometimes when I do my pre-orders, I get the email from my LCS, and there's a whole list of stuff I can order. Sometimes all the Marvel stuff just blurs together, and I can't pick out the facsimile editions from the 9,000 variant covers of whatever is out there. But it was pointed out to me by Roy of my LCS, and he said, "Oh, did you get that one?" I was like, "No, I didn't." So I threw it on the pile. I said, "I'll buy a facsimile of Fantastic Four 52, first appearance of the Black Panther. Why not?" Let me show you a little of my artwork. What do I got back here? What did Dreams of Things 162? You can see this in progress on my Patreon, link down below. It's a strange one, just big guy and a little guy. Big guy, little guy. There we go. There's the story of this one. Big guy, little guy. Walking the edges of the dream world, telling you what's going on. Look, I moved all the other stuff off there, too. And I'll have to do a big ink drawing soon, because I haven't done one in a while. This one's from, wow, that one's from 4/11/2021. So these are the ones that I have done and not scanned in yet. But since I've been working on that Gatsby project all year, I haven't been doing a lot of big ink drawings. But there's one that's a year and a half old still sitting on my easel. Need to scan it in. There you go, little Dreams of Things. Little big ink drawing, lots of comics, and you guys have a good week out there.